Did Margot Robbie just cement herself as the next iconic comic book actress? Is she up there with Hugh Jackman? I mean, they're both Aussies. Is Hugh Jackman gonna play in Deadpool? Ever? Wait, did I just watch Deadpool 2? What up, family? It's your boy Amadou back with another review, and this time I am reviewing Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Long title. Margot Robbie is back, recurring her role as one Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, and now as she has broken up with Tekashi 6 Joker, everybody in Gotham is out to get her for every single thing she has ever done, and she's kind of screwed. But being Harley Quinn, she uses her mouth and her luck and just about everything else at her disposal to find a way to trick this guy, as played by Ewan McGregor, to try to find a diamond that is encrusted with some things that a lot of people want, and so on and so forth. Fun ensues, and we have a movie, which also includes other DC characters like Black Canary, the Huntress, Cassandra Cain, and Renee Montoya, the aforementioned Birds of Prey. First and foremost, overall thoughts of this movie: it was a fun time. Action-packed, it was wacky, it was quirky, it was kooky, it was Harley Quinn, it was DC's version of Deadpool 2. I mean, think about it. Both movies start with symbolic ends to relationships with literal bangs. Your leading anti-hero can break the fourth wall while pausing, fast-forwarding, rewinding, and doing just about anything they want to tell the story however they see fit.
Ah, shit. I told this all wrong. Quick history lesson.
You're probably thinking this was a superhero movie, but that guy in the suit just turned that other guy into a kebab.
There's crazy action, a collection of characters who aren't villains, but also aren't heroes because they get to do horrible things and get away with them. There's sassy little brown children, and the best part of both movies are black and white actresses with, let's say, one-of-a-kind names who act their ass off and are low-key but high-key hilarious because they go the entire movie looking like they are done with everybody else's shit. So, let's just say that this is a very entertaining movie that could have been better and proves, once again, that Marvel, and more specifically MCU, is way better at this shit than DC. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the DC movies just fine, and a couple I think are outright excellent. But particularly for the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, the self-aware cheesiness that works perfectly in, say, a Deadpool 1, fits much better for a Harley Quinn cartoon, and don't translate as well for a live-action DC movie. The cheesiness doesn't take you out all the way. I mean, the storyline was solid, and they very much embraced the wackiness of all the characters. But they tried to force it just a little bit too much. Like, hey, we're fun. Hey, Harley is a bit crazy, but you love her anyway. But instead of trying to embed all of this wackiness into a naturally progressing storyline, every scene seemed to try to outshine the next. The only saving grace was that every actor was about pitch perfect casting for the characters, and the characters very much embodied what they're actually like in the comics and every other DC iteration. Margot Robbie is officially the next comic book actress who was born to play the role she's cast in. Like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, she is Harley Quinn, and I will watch anything else she plays in as Miss Harleen Quinzel. Ewan McGregor is deliciously perfect as the psychopath that is Roman Sionis, aka the Black Mask, and he looked like he is having as much fun playing crazy as he did playing sarcastic as one Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Roger.
The only person who looked to be having more fun than those two was Chris Messina as Victor Zsasz. Now, while I like the Gotham TV show's version a lot better, Messina was having a blast playing the creep who enjoys killing people and then gets off on cutting himself to remind, let's just move on. I don't think I've ever seen Rosie Perez do anything but be authentically Rosie Perez, so she killed it as Renee Montoya. Ella J. Basco as Cassandra Cain was way more endearing than the kid from The Wilder People and Deadpool 2. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as the Huntress was really good once we actually got to see who the Huntress really was. But by the time we figured it out, the movie was over. And I'm just like, no, give me more. And I already mentioned Journey Smollett-Bell as Black Canary. She was the shit from front to back in this movie. The Birds of Prey themselves, when they all got together, they were pretty amazing. From the interactions and the action to when they were talking to each other, they gave you everything you wanted in a Birds of Prey film. The great kick-ass action scenes, the hilarious dynamic, the wackiness and kookiness. They allowed the plot to develop naturally when they were together on screen. You can see all this in the film's third act, which is by far the best part of the entire film. The last 30 minutes, you cannot keep your eyes off the screen. And based off of that alone, I would love to see a Birds of Prey sequel that's just Birds of Prey. It's the Birds without Harley or the Birds against Harley, so they can continue to build on the great foundations they had on that third act while not trying to lean so heavily on Harley's craziness and kookiness. The Birds on their own, I think, would make a pretty damn great sequel for DC standards. In the end, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn was only a slight step under my expectations, but I enjoyed what I saw based off of what the characters gave me. It's enough for me to want a sequel and see where they go with these characters. I just really hope they do a better job of translating these characters into live action, because right now, Marvel does such a better job with their characters in live action movies than DC does with theirs. But still, it's another step in the right direction for DC, which for some isn't saying much, but for me, they've been on an upward trajectory, so keep it up. You got a far way to go to catch the MCU. We'll never catch the MCU. I mean, I hope you actually do. That would be great. But with all that, I'm giving Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. It's called Birds of Prey, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. 7 out of 10. Alright, family, that was my review of that movie title. I'm not going to repeat again. Please like this video. Please subscribe. It's easy. Just hit the button. Give me some comments below. Tell me what you thought of this next DC film. Where would you like to see them go? How would you like them to see them proceed? The bite-sized review on IG is also in the link below. My coworkers do a great job. I didn't do it this time, but go check them out. Go check the page. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.